My name is Geraldine Jackson, and I've been a foster parent since January uh, 2017. I have two children in my home.
Hey, Intisar Siraj here to interrupt briefly your video with the backstory. If PFT Jackson looks familiar to you, she should, because last year, May 2020, the communications team did a whole backstory to what you're about to hear. So, PFT Jackson is about to speak about one of two of the foster children she has with her. We refer to him as OJ. We learned that OJ came to her as a 9-month-old baby with spina bifida, a trach, a feeding tube, and a shunt. And since she had him, she got him talking, got him off of the feeding tube and eating on his own, gaining weight, just doing fantastic. This month, OJ was following up with his doctor and he got amazing reviews. He's doing so well. I had the honor of actually meeting him myself last month. He was getting around so well in his wheelchair. He spoke to me just, wow. I did not realize he's only 5 years old. Like, he has such a powerful personality. Please follow up with this backstory so you can learn the whole origins behind OJ from Fostering Conversations, which can be found at www.sirajfh.com/blog. Now, back to your video.
Has come a long way.
Okay.
I don't want to hold the story so long, but I can say when I first went to go and be trained to take care of a child, I didn't know the story except Miss Ball did give me the rundown. He had a trach, a shunt, a feeding tube, spinal bifida, and he was very, very badly underweight and was very sick. So when I got to meet the child and I saw what my challenges was, I knew that most of everything that was going to happen for this child was going to happen through God. I was just a messenger from God. He hired me to do his job, and yes, I did do it. That little boy has come a very long way. He's had the feeding tube removed. I was trained how to pull it out, put a new one in, feed him through it, hang it up, and let it feed him. And I got to wondering, I should talk to the doctor next visit. I did. And I asked him, will this child ever be able to eat out of his mouth, through his mouth? And the doctor said, if you can get him to eat, try it. And if he eat, then maybe you can wean him off the feeding tube by the grace of God. I cried a few days because he wouldn't eat. I smiled a few days when he started to eat. And I got him to eat. He that kind of tastes good, in his mind, the way he looked. So, canned peaches, light syrup. And he was so underweight, the syrup wasn't a problem against him. It helped him. Then I tried grits, but I made a mistake, put eggs in it. He hate eggs. So I had to try cheese, sharp cheddar. Got him to eating grits, and before you know it, now he eats steaks, anything. Cauliflower, beets, you name it, put some ketchup on it. Now, we moved on. The feeding tube was removed. The next challenge was removing the trach. We went through trials and tribulations where the kidneys tried to fail. He beat that. They got all the kidneys on, back-to-back surgery. I've stayed in the hospital every day. He stayed, I stayed. That was my job. And ain't nobody give it to me but 3 people. Miss Ball, Mr. Siraj, and God. Those are the 3 people that led me to that child. And now I'm talking about this kid has progressed so well until we are about to go to Birmingham and stay for 4 to 5 days. He's going to be tested to see if his trait can come out permanently. They're going to do surgery this Friday, 6/4/21. Friday. They are going to go through and make sure every passageway is clear. No flap grew inside to block his air, his swallowing. And if everything work out by the grace of God, this kid will come home next week Tuesday without a trach. I've gotten him up on his feet. He is walking with a walker, a little bitty walker. And he does very good. He eats like you can't imagine. He's very greedy.
Are you nervous about this surgery?
No, I'm not nervous about his surgery. What I am nervous about, will he ever get this trach out? I want him to continue to progress. He's going to become a grown man soon. And I can't hold his hand. His aunts, no one can. He gotta survive on his own. My job and their job is to teach him out. But with this trait gone, it'll be even better. His chances of survival as a young man to a man will be even stronger, much better for him.
Wow.
You know, and they'll be leaving me soon. They're gonna move back home with their aunts. But they did tell me I could come whenever I want, check up on those kids, make sure they're being well taken care of. And I never saw it as hooping and hollering, and I don't think they need to go. That's not my decision. I was placed as a foster parent to be a bridge over their troubled waters. Once family come in, get it together and decide they want to be a family and stick together and raise these kids, I'm all fine with it. It's more kids out there that need people like me. And I hope I could help as many kids in this world as I can until their families come together and come get them. I'm not going to say it's not going to hurt me. It's going to hurt. But it's going to make me feel even better to know that they are with their roots, their family, and are growing together, learning each other, but still together. My mother was adopted at 6 weeks old. Her mother was given away. Well, my grandma told me in the story, said her mother, she couldn't have kids. Her husband was in World War I or II, that was years ago, 1900s. And she said she heard a woman was in Selma giving away a ton of kids. She took a ride to Selma, and the woman had one more child, and that was my mother. And she gave my mother to her with a flour bag where you cut the arms out. Gave her to her. And when Mama grew up, had us, Mama always taught us to take care of people. Do the right thing by people. You don't know every day, every person you walk up on, you don't know what they've gone through in their lifetime. She said, do the right thing. Help as much as you can through the eyes of the Lord. She said, because Lord knows I was not loved in that environment, but when I was taken out of it, I know I was loved. And y'all are loved. And she wants us to keep going, keep trying, and to take care of people. Do your best, especially for children. And I've been doing it ever since. My sisters and brothers, it's in our blood. We were trained that way.
What support are you getting from Siraj Family Homes on this journey?
Every kind in the world. Miss Ball, all I got to say is boo. She's coming and said, who is that? She is going to help me. She going to guide me. She going to be there for me. She going to move. She going to get it done. And she got the caseworkers there. Ish, you see where he at with me. They will move. They will do. I mean, it's like starting from Mr. Siraj, Miss Ball, the case workers, the workers as foster parents, the children. The base of it is the children. And we're the ones who have to go down there and make sure all the cushions is off for the children. We have to go to the doctor, the dentist, surgery, be there for the children, help them through their trials and tribulations of missing their families, help them and talk to them and get them to understand. Your mother, your family love you. It's just a tough job for them right now. And that's why I'm here, to help you until things get better in your home. And that's the way Miss Ball said it, where if I got a problem, any kind of problem, I need a ride to Birmingham to go stay up there with Mari. She assigned Ish. Ish gonna get me there, and he's gonna be there.
How do you think the kids are going to do when they transition back to their aunt?
I think they're gonna do good simply because the judge set it up where they'll go home, on Friday, come back on Sunday or Monday. And he's getting them used to being in a different environment than in my home, up under me all the time in my family, and transition them slowly every weekend so they can learn their family.